Welcome back. It's halftime of the Huskers match up with the Northwestern Wildcats as we play here on the north side of Chicago, and as we do each and every week, a chance to catch up with the president of the University of Nebraska, Ted Carter. We got a special day coming up, President, on Wednesday. It's Veterans Day. We're also thankful for the men and women who serve our country in uniform. What are some of the thoughts you have as we get ready to head into this special day?
Well, I have two specific thoughts when it comes to Veterans Day, especially being here in the great state of Nebraska. One is just, I'm proud to have served my 38 years of active duty service in the Navy, and to know so many great Americans that I've served along with. And the second is just how wonderful it is to be here in Nebraska, a state that truly honors and recognizes military service. I have felt that from the day that I interviewed here about a year ago when I came here. So it's a really special time here in the state of Nebraska to honor Veterans Day.
And you're right. The university has always put a priority on trying to serve veterans across the different campuses. Can you tell us a little bit more about how the university does support military learners and their families?
Well, there are so many ways. We could probably spend an hour just talking about our linkages to military veterans and active duty service members and what we do for them in the academic mission. We have had, a historic Reserve Officer Training Corps program here on the Lincoln campus, as well out at Omaha and even at Kearney. So there's that aspect, but there's also this linkage that we have since the new GI Bill came around after 9/11, and how we support our veterans through those programs. UNO, our campus at Omaha is listed, almost every year as a top 10 program in the country, and they were just ranked again as one of the most military-friendly colleges in the country. So I'm just really proud of the work that we do to support our military veterans across the entire Nebraska system. And as you know, there are many other organizations here that have direct national defense implications, from the National Strategic Research Institute, the National Counterterrorism and Innovation Technology and Education Program out in Omaha. It's just remarkable how much work we do within the Department of Defense.
Again, visiting with the University of Nebraska President Ted Carter here at halftime of the Huskers game with Northwestern. I understand there's a defense-related think tank at the university that supports the Department of Defense. It's pretty exciting to know that NU's engaged in working with our military, doing research that helps protect our servicemen and women. Can you talk more about the research that we're doing with the military and other federal agencies?
Yeah, I think most Nebraskans would be incredibly proud to know more details about our National Strategic Research Institute. This is one of only 14 university-affiliated research centers in the country. And we're talking about, sharing space with the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Lab, Georgia Tech Research Institute. I mean, these are nationally recognized brand research think tanks, if you will. That's a term used, and I think it applies here. But their work goes back to 2011, associated with our sponsor, U.S. Strategic Command. They had historically been doing work on counter weapons of mass destruction. That is starting to shift now to more nuclear deterrence work for the 21st century. So this is an organization that has set themselves up, made a great reputation for what we do here in Nebraska and for our country, and their path to the future is very, very strong and bright. They just recently got another $92 million contract to support U.S. Strategic Command and our national defense.
You've mentioned U.S. Strategic Command. It's located right here at Offutt Air Force Base. Tell us more about the relationship between the university and the U.S. Strategic Command.
Well, it's incredibly strong, has been in the past, and continues to be today. Again, I'm very proud to be here, as a former naval officer, and to have a relationship with Admiral Chaz Richard, who is the commander at U.S. Strategic Command. So, a lot of times these things are built on trust and relationship. So we have that very, very strong. And as Nebraskans know, U.S. Strategic Command is one of our biggest military organizations out at Offutt Air Force Base that we have. It represents one of now 11 unified commands across the nation. Their portfolio has begun to shift. You know, they used to have an awful lot to do with the space mission. That's now gone off to Space Command, and that's been a newly established piece. They used to have a big part on cybersecurity. We've now set up a separate command for that. So U.S. Strategic Command is very, very much focused on not still what happens in that work mission area, but also now in this 21st century strategic defense of our nation. I mean, they are the centerpiece of that here, right here in Nebraska. And we have linkages to them in terms of research, in terms of helping them with the future workforce, as well as what we do in academia.
President, how much do you think your military experience helped prepare you to the job that you have now at the university?
Well, you know, you can't take out the military thinking that I have done really going back now over 40 years from when I was a midshipman at the Naval Academy in the late 70s to, you know, flying 150 combat missions off of aircraft carriers over many, many years. Even as a 50-year-old admiral, I was still flying active duty combat missions in Afghanistan. But, you know, at the end of that day, the biggest thing that has come with me from my military experience is a sense of teamwork, ability to work with others, to understand that, you know, we don't operate in an environment where it's just one person's word to get things done. We work in a teaming, collaborative way. I can tell you, having served with some of the most amazing organizations in the world, fighter pilots that are the best at what they do in the world. I've had the chance to fly with the Blue Angels multiple times in my life, one of the greatest organizations that exists. We have that level of talent and expertise in terms of centers of excellence across all of our campuses. I can tell you, I've seen the best that there is in the military, and we have some of the best leaders, the best educators. Nebraskans should be so proud of what we have here at our university system.
Well, President, thank you so much for your service to our country, and thank you for joining us today. We'll look forward to talking to you next week back in Lincoln.
All right, Greg, and go Big Red.
President Ted Carter with us here at halftime. We've got more coming up next.